Hi, I'm Michael from Moat Monster Gaming, and today's Throwback Thursday. So I'm going to have a look at some of my older toys. So this here on the shelf is my Bravestarr collection. So I never had any as a kid. In fact, as a kid, all I had were these two Ladybird books, The Great Caribbean Robbery and The Phantom Herd. So I had these as a kid, and I had the annual as a kid, and obviously I watched the show as a kid, but I didn't have anything else because my parents thought I already had too many toys, and they were quite right, and not to get invested into another toy line as much as I wanted Bravestarr. So most of these I got either as a teenager or as a young adult, and this is the last piece that I've collected recently. In fact, it's probably been about 10 years between getting since I'd got my previous one, and that's Deputy Fuzz there. So I still need 3030, and I still need the play set, the fort. So looking at them, this is one of the first pieces I picked up in an old-fashioned toy shop. There he is, Bravestarr. This is the laser one. He's still sealed. He'd never been opened, and I was really lucky, I feel, to pick him up. So there he is. He's still mint in his box. And then over here, a friend of mine many years ago bought me this one. In fact, we were in a toy shop together, and he used to call me Bravestarr, and there he is. This one's been opened, been played with, not by me, but he looked good on the shelf for years, and I've put him back in his box. So moving on to the rest of the good guys, here's Handlebar. So he has so he's not, his colors are still very nice, still very white. He flicks this disc, throws it like a frisbee. It does still work, but I'm always very hesitant to do anything with old toys now. Like I tend not to transform my old Transformers in case they break. But yeah, this is Handlebar, because he's got a handlebar moustache. So he's very cool. And then this is the only other, well, I say that's not true. So then there's Deputy Fuzz here. Now this bit normally breaks on most figures, but actually his is complete, not been glued together. He's got a little selection of tools in the back. Still has his hat. His head wobbles just a little bit more than I would like, but otherwise all he's missing is like a little key bit that goes at the front, but not bad. And I picked him up for a lot less than I thought I was going to have to pay. Now this guy here, he was always my favourite. I don't remember him from the cartoon, but from the toy box, he was the one that I always wanted. I thought it was such a cool idea that he could be transformed and people could ride him like a scooter. He's actually not originally from Bravestarr. Mattel used the mould for a previous figure for him from years ago, but a bit like they did with Battle Cat actually. So there's this guy, and then moving on to the Stagecoach. Here I have Bravestarr's Stagecoach. Now the box is opened, but it is complete inside, and I haven't assembled it in years, so I'm not going to. But just the picture alone is pretty super. I mean, I really like the art on all of these old 80s boxes. I always thought the pictures looked great. Here we have Outlaw Scuzz. Now he's got gold weapons, which are notorious for breaking because of gold plastic syndrome, but he's still quite good. There he is. He's got a particularly maniacal face. He's missing one of these. He was actually missing both, and I found this one just randomly in a junk shop with loads of other weapons. Didn't know what it was, and eventually figured it out. I'm always quite lucky finding weapons in old junk shops. I actually do have, he's my second one, so he's out on display because this one here is mint in box. He's not been opened. Unlike this guy, who I think is excellent. I'm worried he's a bit too fragile to sit someone on the top, because obviously I should be putting one of the baddies on there. I just don't want it to topple and crash on the floor and be broken. So it is out of the box. Got a nice box for it here. But yeah, I'm not brave enough to put anybody on the top of it. And then here is Thunderstick. His gun does flip out, as you would expect. He's got these lovely shiny boots. Got his cape, his hat, and his jaw. He's all very, very good. Oh, oh, there you go. Exposed his robot brain. So one of the bad guys. And then there's the leader of the bad guys, Tex Hex. His gun has fallen down in there somewhere. He has, I think he's sealed. I remember. Yeah, he's sealed. Just the glue has come away on the inside and the gun has fallen out, which is a bit crazy, but that's the problem with old toys. I've got quite a few Toy Biz Marvel figures where the glue has just worn away and the actual whole bubble pack has fallen apart, even though they've never been opened. The glue has just melted, worn off. And finally, the last one, here's Sandstorm. Sandstorm is excellent. I want to say he spits water, if I remember correctly. I did used to have him posing on the shelf. He is quite a cool looking figure. It's a shame that the line never succeeded and never went into its planned second set of figures, which would have had the Lady Judge in it and various other characters. I quite like the cactus guys, the cactus baddies. I would like to have had a cactus baddie, but I think they were just a bit too pricey. It came at a time when He-Man was in decline, and I guess they wanted something else to replace it, and they are a bit bigger. I think I struggled to convince my parents due to the size and the price at the time. And you know what, all the oversized figures always tend to, I think, fail. I mean, I can think of a few toy lines where they went slightly bigger and they just never do as well. Bit too big, bigger than Thundercats, bigger than He-Man, certainly bigger than G.I. Joe or Star Wars. Yeah, just probably too big, because then it struggles when you have them interacting with anyone else. I mean, I know the Thundercats are a little bit bigger than He-Man, but you know, you could reasonably have them in the same game, certainly some of the more monstrous ones. But anyway, Throwback Thursday, there's my Bravestarr collection. I'm super happy with it. Still always on the lookout for a 30/30 for the right price. But yeah, enjoy. Thank you very much.